this month's edition of Mad Science. Today we have a really cool experiment for you. We are going to make a normal egg that's been peeled fall into this bottle without touching it. How are we going to do that? Well, it has something to do with air pressure and creating a vacuum. So to elaborate on that theory, I'm going to turn it over to mad scientist Caroline.
So first, before we get to our experiment, we need to talk a little bit about air pressure. So air surrounds us all the time. You know that. It's what you breathe. It puts force on our bodies even if we don't realize it. So wind, that's a force, right? So wind is blowing air around. So this force is called air pressure, and it's important to science because it helps explain weather patterns, how airplanes fly, and dozens of other things. The term air pressure is used to refer to the weight of the air molecules pressing down onto the earth. Air pressure is determined by 3 different factors. We have temperature, altitude, and moisture. When air gets warmer, it expands. This expansion causes the density of air molecules to decrease, which causes lower air pressure. When air gets colder, it causes air molecules to shrink, which leads to higher air pressure. So this is why areas near the equator of the Earth, where it's a lot hotter, have lower air pressure, and why areas closer to the north and south poles of the globe have higher air pressure, because they're cold. Altitude affects air pressure too. So think we live in the mountains. So the higher up you go, the higher the altitude, right? That's the distance between sea level and where you are. So think about when you're going for a drive up the mountain. The higher you are above sea level, the less dense the air is, which causes lower air pressure. And this is what causes your ears to pop and why you have to yawn. So your inner ear has air trapped in it. And as the air outside decreases, the air in your ear expands, which causes your eardrums to go outward and pop. All right, so let's see, we've talked about temperature, altitude, last is moisture. Moisture affects air density and air pressure. When moisture increases, the other gases in the air, nitrogen and oxygen, decreases, causing air density to decrease too. So all of these factors in place come into play when measuring air pressure. So this is kind of why predicting the weather can be so complicated and why often, you know, the prediction's not accurate. There's so many different factors at play. But this is also why we have tools like barometers that help measure air pressure and help us predict what's going to happen. So our experiment today is going to focus on temperature and moisture aspects of air pressure. And I think mad scientist Kathy might have an example to go with the moisture from your test of it. But now I'm going to hand it over to mad scientist Kathy and we'll get started.
Yes, I do. When I tried this experiment at home, I had to clean this bottle out. The bottle was wet. When I threw the matches in the bottle, it didn't work. Okay, so basically what Miss Caroline said, what we're going to do with this bottle and this egg right now is we're going to create really bad weather in here. We're going to cause low pressure in the bottle. If there's low pressure in the bottle and high pressure all around here, what do you think is going to happen? Let's find out. All right, so we have our egg, and I recommend using a small egg. If you use a jumbo egg, half will go in the bottle and half will explode, which I found out at home. All right, well, Miss Caroline, if you would pull the egg out of the top. I'm going to light 4 matches at the same time, and I'm going to drop them in the bottle, and mad scientist Caroline's going to put the egg right back on top, and we're going to see what happens.
Did you put it on right?
That's okay, it's okay.
Can we try again?
Hang on, it's going. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes, guys. You see how it's squishing down into the bottle top? Come on.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Come on. There. Well, we might lose some of the egg, folks, but oh, that's what happened at home too. But basically, the idea is you're building up a vacuum. When you put those matches in there, it heats up the air in the bottle. The cool air comes out to escape, but you have all this hot air in there. Well, you've got all this high pressure out here pushing against this low pressure, and what happens is, you saw it, it started to suck the egg into the bottle, didn't it? I think maybe to get it to work perfectly, you might need a few more matches, but hey, it's science. Not everything works out perfectly on the first try. But you guys did see the egg going through the bottle, so that was pretty cool.
Yep.
And at this point in time, remember, you have a peeled egg and it's hard boiled. Because honestly, if you peel an egg and it's not hard boiled, you won't be able to get it on the bottle anyways, and it'll go in real simple. But that's how it happens, guys. So I hope you enjoyed our experiment. I'm not exactly sure what we're doing next month. You'll just have to tune in and see, but I know it's going to be something really exciting. All right, mad scientist Caroline, are we ready to go into the laboratory?
I believe so.
We'll be back next month with more fun.
Man.
Science.